I spent a Christmas at Peter Vincent's when I did pantomime in 2014.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Not bullshit, just excited.
Oh, right. You just wanted to press something. Brennan did a full run
of a pantomime.
Who did you play?
Aladdin.
Played Aladdin.
Oh,
Aladdin.
he fucking did. Look at him.
Can you sing?
Yeah.
Right.
I can show you the world. Come on, let's do it.
So,
was it the Disney's music?
No, it was like, do you know where they do like, you sing a Michael Bublé track because it's been put into a racist script?
You did fucking Poundland fucking Panto.
Of course I did. It was in Billingham.
You couldn't even remember the name. Like PTSD.
In the Forum.
In the Forum.
Billingham Forum.
It's massive. It looks like this huge fit has just been dropped in the middle of they made us open a Weatherspoons while we were there.
Made you open it?
Yeah.
And start
in
working
costume. Yeah. Can you open up? Is the keys.
Yeah, and then he's wanking, like fucking humping a chair, like this is what Aladdin does.
Honest to God, they made us turn up in costume, and this is Chinese Aladdin. Pantomime Aladdin's Chinese Aladdin.
What?
So I've got the eyes drawn on.
Oh my God.
And hat on.
Yeah.
No,
I can't
handle it. Wait.
Yeah. Old school Aladdin's got Chinese policemen, hasn't he?
Yeah, called Ping and Pong. These are the shows.
Ping and Pong, and what? Oh no, the one I saw in Preston. This is about 4 years ago. What went wrong and who done Pong?
There was
I'm not even joking.
Something Wong. Something Wong.
Genuinely, old school Panto is so racist. It's hilarious.
It was awful. The script was so racist. The man who directed the thing, we had 5 days of rehearsals. He was about 108 and he had a keyboard tie on and he'd pay us in cash. So he'd pay us like rolls of cash. You go, oh God.
All above board.
And I'm here with people you've seen on the telly, like not recently. It's like someone from Benidorm.
Someone from The Bill.
There's a midget in it.
There's a girl from Emmerdale.
Yeah. The guy was, on the poster, it said midget from Phoenix Nights. That was how it was done.
Didn't you work with a guy who told you he invented Give Me a Cheer?
This is the thing. This is it. He was like famous in the 80s. He's a comedian. In inverted commas. Can you hear them?
Yeah.
Called Barney. And he had a weird pedo tash. And he was about 60 years old and he was playing my brother. So I come out on stage as Aladdin, Chinese Aladdin, and try and get the kids to like...
Shaladin.
Was he Buttons?
Aladdin. And... my girlfriend's going to watch this and I'm going to get in drastic trouble.
Why does she not like racism?
She's so against it. It's one of the arguments that we have. No.
Yeah, but just hang on. We're mocking we're mocking these pantos. They still exist. I think they must be being
not
phased
this
out
year,
now.
baby. They've been put in the fucking Corona bin.
Jesus Christ! Though, but it's until recently they're like it's what we've always done. You're like that's not a good argument anymore, guys. But it's always been who done Pong and what went wrong.
Yeah,
Not
and as
good,
British
though, is
people,
it?
we're like, oh, this is like the gollywogs at the car boot. Like people still love that thing. You go, what?
I remember that as a kid at Preston Playhouse. I didn't know any better, but went to watch one 5 years ago. Had a mate from when we used to do drama group, and they were in it. And me and my friend Emma were like, oh my God. Because when we were a kid, it's the same Panto. It'll be the same script.
Yeah.
But they've gone, it's right, we've always done it. You're like, guys.
And they just changed the references. So they'll change like Jeremy Kyle to Judge Rinder.
Yeah.
They've not changed the racist bits. Because they're like, that is timeless.
It's fucking tradition.
Me granddad hated them, me dad hated them, and I kind of like them, but I have to pretend.
Just kids going, it's behind you, and he might rob you.
But it's not come from a place of like genuine EDL style hatred. It's just like
it's like end of the pier stuff, innit?
Old naff jokes that we've always done. It's almost like, but it's part of it. You're like, no.
Yeah, it's time to fucking. Someone needs to have a word with them and get that sorted.
But it's not that old. Like it's still on the telly 5-10 years ago, where we all went like Little Britain's this and Mrs. Brown's Boys can make those jokes. But it's just put into like pantomime where we go, bloody hell, that's racist.
Yeah,
This has got 10 million viewers, so we'll keep it on. It's mad.
Yeah.
How much did you get paid?
So I got paid the reason I did it, because this was 2014, so I was only a couple of years into doing stand-up,
It's like a 2.5 month commitment as well, isn't it?
Well,
it's not just...
This was the good thing. It was 6 weeks, but you do 3 shows a day. Oh, boy. And they're long shows. And when you're in Billingham, all you're doing is getting shit-faced afterwards. So I got paid £10,000. And I was like, oh, my God.
For 6 weeks.
Oh, my God, this is the best thing. And in cash as well. So I go to Peter's and put it under the mattress. But there was, like, because we were getting levered every day, I went back for one day at Christmas to my family. And I just got pissed so quick because I'm like, oh, it's Christmas. I get one day of Christmas. And I ended up getting in trouble off my mum and dad because I chinned one of my nephews because I was so excited. We were play fighting and I just was levered and I just fucking
Can I just say, right, 10 grand for 6 weeks worth, I'm up for that. And I feel like I could play at least a minor role in a local production.
Oh, mate, the Liverpool, like, obviously, just you've got to ignore this Christmas coming. But say it gets back to it and they can do full things, whatever. The Liverpool Pantos, it's a bit like the Premier League. If you know the name of this town and city, it will follow up like the Manchester, London, Birmingham.
The money they get paid.
They're like the Premier Champions League Pantos. This is like a championship level Panto. And
I wouldn't even say that. This was like League 2. We had, who do we have? Jake Canuso from Benidorm. One of the Chuckle brothers did a week because he was going to a few different ones. And then midget off Phoenix Knights. But
it's 10 grand.
Oh, so for me, it was like...
So what do you think they get at like the Liverpool Empire?
200
hundreds
grand?
of thousands. Like Louis Spence gets paid about 150 grand per year. It's their tax bill.
Mate, Gokwan was at the Birmingham Hippodrome.
Yeah.
The Panto before last. And we only know that because the Glee in Birmingham is near it. And he was the draw. It was like he was...
He'll be like Spirit of the Ring or something.
Or
and
Widow,
like, oh,
yeah,
Ring.
or Widow
like, that's what his thing
something
will be.
like that, yeah. And he's the name that's selling tickets.
Pamela
it's going to be a couple hundred
got
grand.
£1 million to do the London Palladium one. And I bet she came on and said about 4 things. Maybe ran on in a fucking red swimsuit.
I don't want to do comedy anymore. I want to be in Pantos.
Yeah.
What would you be though? Because you can't be you can't be Aladdin.
Fucking buttons.
Because your first wish would be change this.
What? Yeah, so what are some other Pantos? And if one of you says Shrek, I swear to God.
So you got like your Cinderellas, so you got like your Buttons, who's like bumbling, friend-zoned person.
In the modern world, though, I could play Cinderella. They could get a man to play Cinderella.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's a 10 grander, mate.
Yeah. I don't
Adam Rowe is fucking Cinderella.
And we could scouse it up, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking left me fucking webs.
I got offered it.
Where's
I got
me
offered
trainees?
it last year, yeah.
Preston?
Very loosely in Shrewsbury. Got the opening conversation, which was nice, and I was
Who
like,
are you going to play?
Respectfully, it is not what I'm trying to do.
Oh, God.
And they were like, well, there's, you know, and it in your head, you're like, well, maybe it'd be an interesting experience, but you're like the 3rd or 4th person I know that's done it. And Jonathan Mayer is a person we've talked about on this pod before. He is a gay Asian comedian, and he is incredibly...
I feel like if you don't say Gaysian there, then that's...
Yeah, he's incredibly camp. He's like, oh, darling. His comparing is basically threatening to bum someone in it. Like, oh, I feel a bisexual coming on.
It's like a mild hate crime.
And they booked him to play the thing of the ring.
Spirit of the Ring.
The Spirit of the Ring at the Preston Panto.
What's the Spirit of the Ring? I don't really know Pantos. Are they all like Disney?
It's not as Spirit of the Ring as Jonathan is naturally. So apparently they were like, well, you can do a few of your own lines. And he just started like having fun with it. And apparently he got bollocked, like professionally bollocked, like you cannot do that anymore. There was one bit where they had like a bit of pyrotechnics, like a firework like that did glitter from one side of the stage to the other. And Jonathan apparently on one matinee went, oh, darling, oh, where did that come from? You'll sleep tonight. Started doing just like gay innuendo joke about shit. Oh, fuck. I
want to be the lead in a Panto. So I need you to think of the Panto that I could do.
Maybe like Jack and the Beanstalk.
You want me to be Beanstalk?
Yeah, you could be that cow.
You've not lost that much weight, babe.
Hey, give me a year though. Not going to be on this year, 2021.
It's good fun, but it's just hard work. Like, there was one day when I came back Boxing Day and I was so hungover and we were doing a 10 o'clock show.
10 a.m.
Yeah, and I had to pull over because I was just still a bit pissed. And I ended Act 1 with a fucking whatever big show tune, and I threw up in my own mouth. And I went, swallow. Curtain went down, and I was just sick all over the floor. There's like
God.
girls from a dance school, like 16, going, "Oh my God, it says he was on Hollyoaks on thing, but I've never watched it again."
They all fancied you on the first day of rehearsal, and by the time they'd seen you in reality, they were like, "I think I might be gay."
Yeah.
Is that the future?